In this daily drop, I'm going to ask you about a couple of lights that Newsshooter just did a review on, and whether or not you think it makes sense to get a couple of those in and take a look at them, or you think they are worthless in terms of a product category. So let's go. All right, that was a long intro, and I'm sticking with it because I've got to head out the door soon and I've got a daily drop to do. Now, I recently looked at one of Matt Allard's from Newsshooter's reviews of a couple of lights. And what I love about Matt, besides the fact that he's a friend and a colleague, is that when he does a lighting review, he goes all in no matter what the light or lights are. And there's a company I've never heard of called Zeniko, I believe, Zeniko, and they make a variety of smaller, low-cost lighting products that are obviously geared to creators out there and YouTubers, and some of them look to be a bit gimmicky, though cool, like a little retro kind of bulb-style LED light, so on and so forth. But they have a couple of smaller and then longer versions of an inflatable tube light, which are both bicolor and both look pretty interesting. If you go through Matt's review, you'll find that there are definitely some things to consider. These are $29 and $39 US respectively in terms of size, small versus large. And I'm not quite sure what to think about these things. I know there's going to be some issues with color shifts at different intensities. There's no 3200 Kelvin preset. There's only 3000 and it jumps up past 3200. So you already know that these products were not designed and made directly for necessarily us. But do you think they're still relevant once you go to the link below and you take a look at those lights? And do you think it's worthwhile for me to get one or two of them in to take a look at them a little bit more in depth? I don't do reviews, so the whole idea would be, can these fit? Is there an advantage to having these in your kit, especially now because companies like Newer with 2Es and Ulanzi and stuff, they're making these small little tube lights that are inexpensive. They are obviously not inflatable. They're not rolled or rollable, if that's a word, but they are inexpensive and they do exist. So thoughts on that? Let me know. I may get them in and just order them off of Adorama or Amazon if they show up again on there, if you think it's interesting. But I don't want to do it if you think, you know what, it's kind of gimmicky and I would never use those. So I'm on the fence. Let me know. Don't forget to, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.